Sunday, September 25, 2011. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and today I'm working on the 1991 VW Vanagon again. Last week, as you saw, I installed temporarily installed an oil pressure gauge on the dash, and I've temporarily uninstalled it. Last week I did what I called a very quick and dirty installation, so today I'm going to clean that all up, and I'm actually also going to install a tachometer, which you see right here. You see this little red mark. You can set that for where the engine's red line is. I'm not sure where it is on this engine, but we can deal with that later. I'm going to be, as I said, putting that in today. Not really, I'm not going to show too many specifics, except I'll show you what it's like when it's done. Once again, because I imagine the wiring for most gauges is going to be different. So, what I want to show you right here is I have removed the ignition coil from the engine, and obviously I did disconnect the battery before I did that. And the reason is, the instructions here for the tachometer say to splice into the negative terminal on the coil. Obviously, as you can see right here, the this orange port is where the wire is where the ignition wire goes to the distributor, and down here you can see, and this faces down in the engine compartment, that's the positive terminal, and over here on the top side is the negative terminal. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbolt, I'm just going to unscrew this nut right here, which is 8mm, and I'm going to splice in a short section of wire with a ring terminal, just a little pigtail there, that from which I can hook up to the tachometer wire. As you can see, I made the patch like I just told you. Ran a ring terminal to a short piece of wire out to another connector here. This way, in theory, if I got it correct, this will drive the tachometer, and I can unhook and rehook that wire at will without cutting, without taking this out and disconnecting this terminal again. So, in theory, this is all good to go. Let's see if it works. Okay, I just wanted to show you where I ended up for the day. I actually did not get this done. Well, in theory, it's done. Everything's wired in, but there is a slight problem, which I will show you here. Basically, the wire I ran last week, I cleaned everything up. I ran all the wiring through the panels in the van here, so you can't see anything. Made a little gauge pod for the oil pressure gauge I installed last week. The tachometer is in its own little pod there. And I started the van up, and the oil pressure gauge seems to be working fine, but the tachometer is not. And let me just show you that here. Look at the key. See the tachometer is... Sorry. You can see the tachometer is just kind of going nuts there. You can hear the engine is surging a little bit, but nothing like that, and I'm nowhere near, nowhere near 2,000, let alone 4,000 RPM. It's hard to see the backlighting there, but it is working. But I do now have the oil pressure gauge wired to the lights there, so that's something. And once again, it's reading where it was last week, so I guess I'm probably going to have to return this tachometer to AutoZone and look for another one. Harbor Freight did not have another one of these in stock, or the tachometer that matches this, but they told me that the store in Natick does have it, so I may be making a stop there after work tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to have to return this. I mean, it's wired to the negative terminal on the coil. It's set for 4 cylinders. And just to be, just for kicks, I actually also, after it did this, I hooked it to the positive side of the coil, just in case the instructions were wrong, and it didn't read at all, so something is kind of severely off here. So get the key out. So yeah, I'm going to need to do some more work there. May as well cut myself a second gauge pod for the Harbor Freight gauge and hope that the AutoZone people don't give me too much trouble trying to return this thing. So that's all for now, and gonna call it a day on this. Hopefully I'll get the tachometer, the new one, wired in and up to speed soon.